Hi, I'm Saren.
And I'm Ray.
We're your Spider Baby hosts from To Know Her Is to Fear Her, a Spider-Woman podcast, as well as proud members of the collective.
You're listening to Capes and Lunatics. Gimme, gimme.
Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Don't miss out on our comic book creator interviews, including our monthly Chichester chats with comic book legend DG Chichester, superhero movie brackets in our search for the worst comic book movie of all time, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Luca Perich, host of a Totally Turtle Sports and Gaming YouTube channel, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network.
I'm here for Peter.
Flip, flip.
Around here, it's all Peter all the time. My favorite biscuit. Anyway, kids, welcome back to the Ultimate Spider-Cast. I am Phil. Joining me, as always, that she will eat your brain. It is.
Maybe not. That's a personal decision that needs to be made in the moment. But anyway, it is Will flipping Hellfire. What's up?
Depends what your diet is.
Exactly.
Their diet. All right, kids. So yes, that should give you a clue. Yes, tonight we'll be talking Spirits of Venom. Because weren't they all in the 90s? But yes, from Web of Spider-Man 95 and 96, and Ghost Rider Blaze, Spirits of Vengeance 5 and 6.
You know, I realized I have a controversial opinion about Ghost Rider.
Oh, what a shock. Okay, yes, go ahead.
Okay, so I actually, I think my favorite Ghost Rider is the Ghost Rider from 2099.
Oh,
I
really?
think that's the only good 2099 character to come out of that. Yeah. And then my second favorite one, because I love Jonah Hex, you can only guess, or you should be able to guess, is Rex Fury.
Oh.
And that's the one that I thought that Nick Cage would have been best for, actually.
Yeah.
And if they ever, want to do, a Ghost Rider, like a Ghost Rider fam, I think, and want to bring Nicolas Cage back, I think that would be an awesome idea to do.
Yes.
Because there's, 10 different versions of Ghost Rider, technically. So I would love to see, all of them eventually in the MCU. Because I think Ghost Rider is really cool. If you want to get, that older, more mature audience, Ghost Rider and Blade you could do that with,
Oh, heck yeah. Yeah.
I was just thinking because the Ghost Rider TV show didn't really...
Yeah.
Poor Robbie Reyes, right?
I know. Well, I mean, Robbie Reyes, even now, I don't know what they're doing with that. In the comics, they basically have him, bouncing around the multiverse with, other dimensional Avengers. So.
Yeah, that's what gave me the idea of having the Ghost Rider family, just everybody, actually. Yeah. I was reading some Ghost Rider, don't ask me why.
You know what? Do a Ghost Rider and Blaze TV show. Have Norman Reedus play Blaze.
Oh my god!
Full 90s, sunglasses and trench coat, in these issues. And my favorite.
I could see it.
And my favorite Ghost Rider. Yeah, the original OG Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider, because Zarathos was petty as hell.
Yep.
Calling people miscreants and frying their souls. Hell yeah. The spirit of petty.
Exactly.
All right. So should we get into these issues? Because we actually do have a few new issues tonight too. That came out this week. All right. So, yes, Spirits of Venom begins in Web of Spider-Man number 95 from December 1992. Storm Shadows. And I think the Ghost Rider for the G.I. Joe franchise. Storm Shadows. G.I. Joe has their lawyers are going to have a word with you, sir. All right.
Can they at this time? Don't Marvel technically own the rights right now?
Do they?
It's the 90s.
Do they? It was at IDW. Now I think, are they moving again? Or are they losing? Is IDW losing the rights or something?
Yeah, in the 90s, right?
Oh, in the 90s. Yeah, I think at this point, yeah, they do have G.I. Joe.
So that's probably like,
woo. Someone get Larry on the phone. Larry Hama. Get him on the phone. All All right, so writer Howard Mackey, which, what a coincidence. He's writing the Ghost Rider book at this point, I think. So somebody's trying to get their shekels in. Penciler Alex Saviok.
Want to make some extra shekels?
That's right. Penciler Alex Saviok. Inker Joe Rubenstein. Colorist Bob Sharon. Letterer Dave Sharp. And editor Danny Fingeroth. No, nothing? No, she got for old Danny. Spider-Man is carrying Hobgoblin to the authorities after a failed assassination attempt on Nick Katzenberg. Now, how bad of an assassin do you have to be to fail to kill Nick Katzenberg?
I wish it wasn't failed, but anyway.
I know what I'm saying. How bad of an assassin does Macendale have to be that he can't kill that fat slob Katzenberg? When the Hobgoblin tries to explain that it was nothing personal, sick of hearing villains saying this, Spider-Man gives his enemy a scare by dropping him and catching him. The Wallcrawler tells the Hobgoblin to shut up until he is turned over to the authorities. Yeah! As Spider-Man swings off, he is...
Are we sure this is Peter?
Ben, is that you? As Spider-Man swings off, he is unaware that he's being observed by Demogoblin and the Spider Doppelgänger, intending to kill the Hobgoblin. Infinity War is still fresh. The comic Infinity War, kids.
Yep.
Most of those doppelgangers are gone, but it's like, no, we're going to keep him. We're going to keep Daredevils
Just
for a while.
in case.
We're going to keep Spider-Mans for a while. We're going to keep Daredevils for a while. Intending to kill the Hobgoblin, the Hobgoblin in order to get rid of the demonic taint in Jason Macendale once and for all. He's got a taint, but it ain't demonic.
No, it's definitely demonic.
What? Even the demon's like, nah, I didn't. Again, the demon don't want. Even demons don't want no part of him. He's got a taint, but it's not demonic. Loser stink. They ambush Spider-Man and Hobgoblin, nearly sending both targets falling to their deaths. Spider-Man manages to break their fall and lands them on a nearby lamppost. There he notices a number of sections of the city are going through a blackout. Ghost Rider Blaze.
What, Shaggy?
Ghost Rider Blaze.
Again? I know.
Hobgoblin suggests that Spider-Man let him free so they can both work together to fight Demogoblin and the Spider Doppelgänger like they did last time. Spider-Man refuses as he wants the Hobgoblin to see justice, especially if Nick Katzenberg dies. And you know the minute you let Macendale loose, he's just going to fly away like the coward he is.
Exactly. We all know.
Yeah, it's like, you know you're going to... That's when Demogoblin and the Spider Doppelgänger catch up and attack them again. Demogoblin now intends to kill Spider-Man as well for protecting the Hobgoblin from his retribution. Spider-Man is surprised to see the Spider Doppelgänger, especially after all the other evil twins created by the Magus were destroyed after he was defeated. What's worse than Adam Warlock, kids? The Magus.
Hey, I like Adam Warlock. Screw you.
He's a egomaniac.
Exactly. Relatable.
Too much ego on this man. I mean, even Hal Jordan fanboy Will Allred doesn't like Adam Warlock, and we know how he...
What?
And he loves his egomaniacal characters.
I, of course, love Hal Jordan.
He does. That's a shocker. I did not know that.
So Adam Warlock is worse than Hal Jordan.
All right. I still like him. I don't care.
We'll see.
I like Doom, too. So, what do I know, kids?
Well, I like Doom, but I don't know. It just seems like when Starlin's writing Adam Warlock, it's like he's the perfect character and nobody can defeat him. And
that's that self-insert.
Hey-oh.
Hey-oh.
As the pair try to get away, Spider-Man and Hobgoblin are sent falling down toward the part of the city that was blacked out. Meanwhile, in the sewers, several blocks below... Oh, God, okay.
Death Spawn? Oh, God, Death Spawn.
In the sewers...
But worst of all, Death Watch. Where he belongs, let's be honest.
Well, they're in the sewer. They're in the sewer, Lilith.
Exactly.
That's what you do with crap. Ghost Rider and Blaze are hunting for the Death Spawn in an attempt to stop Hag and Troll from resurrecting Death Watch.
This is so basic. I'm sorry.
Hag and Troll. Feeling like the shadows are closing in, the pair run into the 90s incarnate himself, Venom, who warns them that they are surrounded. Venom explains that he has been following them after he determined that they too are after Hag and Troll, whom Venom wants revenge against for killing a group of guardsmen. They are then ambushed by Hag, Troll, and the Death Spawn. Hag, Troll, and the Death Spawn. Didn't they have an album in the 70s?
I definitely feel like that's an 80s hair metal band.
Oh, yes.
Pretty sure.
Death metal. At that same moment, Spider-Man and Hobgoblin take refuge in a nearby church. There they meet Father Martin, who offers them sanctuary in the basement of the church.
Talk about the rectory.
Whoa! Stuck them in the rectory. Returning upstairs, Father Martin is confronted by Demogoblin and Spider Doppelgänger. When the evil twin of Spider-Man tries to attack the priest, Demogoblin stops him, saying that they cannot harm a man of God. Father Martin's demands that they leave his church are ignored, as Demogoblin can smell the lingering taint of Hobgoblin's scent. I'm telling you, man, you can smell Macandale's taint.
Everybody knows.
Everyone can smell Macandale's taint. Taking the priest hostage, Demogoblin goes into the basement and confronts Spider-Man and Hobgoblin again. While down below, Venom agrees to help Ghost Rider and Blaze against the Death Spawn until he is able to web up and capture Hag and Troll. When Blaze is forced to blast a hole in the ceiling to get some Death Spawn off him, it gives Venom the opening to abandon his two allies to the Death Spawn. And just coincidentally, Venom climbs up into the church basement as Spider-Man saves the priest. Furious at the wall.
Oh no! You got your chocolate in my peanut butter. Oh no!
Furious at the wall crawler for the hero betraying him during their battle with Carnage, he leaps at Spider-Man. Unfortunately for Venom, the Spider Doppelganger gets in the way. Things get even more out of control when Ghost Rider and Blaze come up from the hole, fighting off the Death Spawn. Confusing Ghost Rider for the Demon Zarathos, Demogoblin attacks him as well. I love what Blaze is like, oh, he called him Zarathos, man. He hates that. Demogoblin attacks him as well. In the confusion of the battle, Hobgoblin is nabbed by some of the Death Spawn and dragged back down into the sewers. While with most of the combatants falling back into the sewers, Blaze leaps in after them, despite Spider-Man's protests. Spider-Man tells Father Martin that he isn't sure what to do, since most of the people who fell into the sewers are his foes. After Martin tells the wall crawler to follow his heart, he is suddenly grabbed by one of the Death Spawn and pulled into the sewers. Realizing that he has no choice...
I was going to say, his heart says go back to Mary Jane.
Redheaded supermodel or stinky hole full of poo? Where should I go? I do like that he was actually like, you know what, this might not be none of my business anymore. But and then they grabbed the priest.
Like the first time ever, too. That was hilarious.
I know.
I was like, oh, they pulled him down.
At least they gave him
It is a Web of Spider-Man book.
At least they gave him the excuse. It's like, oh, hey, it's the they dragged the priest down there. So Spider-Man leaps down to try and save the priest.
I feel like the priest was looking like a little bit like Uncle Ben, but that ain't none of my business.
With a mustache.
Little floating head of guilt.
Don't they all look like Uncle Ben to him?
That's the point.
Exactly. Yes, like I said, the Black Hour was explained in Ghost Rider Blaze, Spirits of Vengeance number 3, Spider-Man and Hobgoblin fought Demogoblin and Spider-Ganger in Spider-Man 25. Katzenberg had his heart attack last issue, which I believe we covered last year maybe for our Gobble month? I believe it was the one with Moon Knight.
Sure,
yeah, it was the web with Moon Knight. Scroll down about a year. Oh yeah, and of course, Venom's still mad about Spider-Man betraying him during the Carnage battle from Amazing Spider-Man 361 through 363.
I thought I held a grudge.
Oh, please. 90s Venom cannot hold a candle, I don't think either one of us can hold a petty candle to Venom in the 90s.
No, I don't think so. We could try, though.
Yeah, I know. Eddie Brock, you took my job!
You took our jeep!
Oh, my. All right, so shall we get to the next part?
Yeah, but I just want to say, there's so many different reasons why people could have beef with Mephisto. Because Mephisto, when you're a Ghost Rider fan, you have beef with Mephisto on site too. So yeah, I was just thinking about that.
But especially current day, everyone has a beef with Mephisto. Talking about King of the Petty.
It's kind of hilarious.
I know.
You know what? Betty Brant just might be Mephisto.
Oh, that's no offense, but that would be so much better than the Uncle Ben theory. Oh my God, yes. Oh my God,
that Uncle Ben theory is just a crack theory. But Betty Brant, mark my words, somebody's gonna hear our podcast and they're gonna go, "Oh my God, no, that's actually genius."
Forget one more day. Mephisto Mephisto would literally want to F Spider-Man.
Exactly.
Oh yes.
Exactly. This is why Mephisto's obsessed with him. Scorned his love.
Our theory
scorned his love.
No. Our theory keeps getting bigger and bigger. Instead of Betty being behind all of Spider-Man's troubles, now she can be behind all the troubles of the entire Marvel universe.
I mean, she is a woman. Why not just blame it on her?
There you go.
I feel like that's right up somebody's alley.
Hey,
Kevin Smith doesn't write comic books much anymore, right?
We got well, yeah, because they actually expect you to get them out. They actually expect you to get them out on time, like within the same year. Hey, we got enough Disney princesses. We need a Disney anti-princess. All right.
Nice.
Thank you. All right. So part 2. Yes, we jump to Ghost Rider Blaze: Spirits of Vengeance number 5, also December 1992. Chasing Shadows. Also written by Howard Mackey, penciler Adam Kubert, inker Bill Reinhold, colorist, friend of a friend, Gregory Wright, letterer Michael Hessler, and editor Bobby Chase.
I love that.
Friend of a show. Other show. Alright. The group gets separated while fighting the Death Spawn as well as each other. Hag and Troll escape with Spider-Man, Venom, Blaze, and Ghost Rider. Find the unconscious Death Watch and the others being held hostage as souls to revive them. They are then faced with the difficult decision whether to go after Hag and Troll or save humans, and that's our whole synopsis.
Yikes!
I know.
I love this cover. This cover is so badass.
Oh, I know. Yeah. With the Blaze and Spider-Man just like laying there.
I just love how it's like striked out. Yeah.
They crossed out Vengeance and put Venom. Yeah, and. Oh, this is a 90s cover. Ghost Rider and Venom fighting. That's such a 90s cover.
In the sewer, too. Like, the sewer was a common thing in the 90s. I think they were, like, low-key trying to piggyback off the popular Ninja Turtles. But that's just my Ninja Turtles super fan theory.
And again, I mean, I guess maybe they're trying to, like, maybe bump the numbers on this book, maybe, too. Because it's just like, oh, look, kids, not only do we have Ghost Rider, but Venom and Spider-Man.
Oh boy!
So yeah, I mean, this one is basically just Hag and Troll, and they're trying to get sucking the light.
See, this is weird because the first issue didn't feel like setup; it just felt like happen circumstance. This feels more like setup than the first issue to me. It's weird.
Maybe, yeah. I wonder though too if they did it that way too, so like the crossover would end on Ghost Rider and Blaze, so maybe more people would pick it up. I wonder if they were originally planning this
of course.
Maybe this was going to be part 1. They're like, no.
Any Spider-Man don't need no help. We need the help.
Oh, yeah. And again, too, I wonder if it's like, well, Spider-Man, I mean, he was already in the middle of something when that story started. Well, so was Ghost Rider and Blaze.
He's always in the middle of something.
It's almost like he's doing 4 different things at once every month.
It's almost like he's the other superhero with an S in red and blue with 4 books at this time.
Oh man, that was
coincidence? I think not.
Oh yeah, that was the trifecta with 4 books at this point. Yeah, Spider-Man, Superman, and you know who.
Batman, my favorite character.
You're welcome, Ray. But yeah, basically, they're using these hostages that suck out their life force.
Proud member of the collective.
Oh, I need a drop for that. Proud member of the collective. Or should it be serious like that, or should it be, whoa, proud member of the collective, whoa?
You need both.
Just have like a whole column of them just in different tones. Oh, yeah. What mood are we in tonight? Proud member of the collective, y'all.
That's our Mountain Dew rootin' tootin' mood.
So what are you saying? We need
wrestle.
I was going to say we need a redneck one.
No, I invented that, you dick. Over a year ago, you dick.
Oh my.
know, like this issue though, it just kind of, like I said, kind of felt like more like the setup than the first issue, and I feel like not a lot happened either.
Yeah,
but there was a little bit of tension building, so
Yeah. And again, I mean,
not enough though to justify this book.
I mean, it's such a coincidence just them popping up in the middle of Spider-Man's fight, but I'm just like, I can almost say, okay, I can see
as a Marvel team up connoisseur.
Yeah, I could see the whole Spider-Man thing, but does Venom
nonsense, Philip?
I know, but does Venom seem more crowbarred into this than Spider-Man?
Welcome to the 90s.
Oh, I know. I lived through it. I know. I knew it was getting bad because I think this was like the first example. I think because like before, Venom only showed up once a year, only in Amazing Spider-Man. Now, all of a sudden, he's showing up in Web of Spider-Man in a few months, Maximum
Anywhere
Carnage.
they could cram him.
Hey-oh!
Is that a sentient tongue?
Oh!
Is that a sentient tongue?
Gentlemen, I think your Lilith Hellfire is making her Christmas list as we speak.
I bought all my Christmas eels are the best. Ago.
You what? You bought all your presents months ago?
Yeah.
Oh, are you going to make another video this year?
I can make another birthday video, yeah.
Hey, you know, kids, look what I bought myself. No, I like the video. I want to see another video.
Lubricated eels are the best. I'll see what I can do.
Yay! Oh my god! You know what you should do? Tell all our podcast buddies. Be like, hey, you want me to put up a sign or something promoting your podcast? Send me a Christmas present and I'll add it to, or a birthday present. I'll add it to my video. Promotion will just cost you a present. The amount of the promotion will be determined by the price you paid for the present.
You know, Funkos are always good. Always good.
She likes Funkos and
smoked a doobie.
Oh, I have bad news. I will wait until before we start the new issues. But yeah, I got bad news, guys.
What, Spider-Man bad news or something else bad news?
Something else bad news.
Uh-oh. Oh, now I'm scared.
And hopefully Justin will concur with my opinion. It is biscuit related.
Oh, okay. So, between these issues and the new ones, you said you'll talk about that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So, should we get to part 3?
Let's do it.
All right.
This one's superior. I don't know. The Ghost Rider books just for me.
I know.
No offense to anybody that likes them.
Well, I think they were trying to put Ghost Rider and Blaze more at the forefront, and it's just like
it's shoehorned.
And it's, you know what, it's Spider-Man. You know what, if you're gonna have Spider-Man guest star for 2 issues, you know what, give us some more Spider-Man. You're
gonna have to suck it up. Yeah.
You could tell that, you know, Howard Mackey's writing both. You could tell this is him saying, hey, kids, come read Spirits of Vengeance every month, you know. But yeah.
And the crazy thing is, I thought he did a really great job on the Spider books because the cover to number 3 is freaking insane. I want this as a poster.
Oh,
it's so effing bad.
The painted cover, yeah. Did they say?
Yes, it's beautiful.
I know. I would hang that up. Trying to see if
I think that's what Mark
Mark Texiera. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that is nice. All right, so Web of Spider-Man 96, January 1993. Enemies, a hate story.
Relatable.
I knew that was coming. Hey.
Okay, here's your Egg McMuffin. Now get out.
Wow! before I chain you up for a demon to suck out your soul.
Exactly.
Wait, didn't that already happen? Hey, all right.
They wish.
Oh, yeah, I know. Sorry.
I don't do Twinkies or toaster strudels, so.
All right, writer Howard Mackey once again. Pencilers, 3 of them. Alex Saviuk, Joseph Rubinstein, and Dan Panosian. 2 inkers, Joseph Rubinstein and Dan Panosian. So, yes, the 2 inkers also joined.
Double up on the shekels.
Yeah, man, 2 inkers, man. They joined Alex Saviuk on pencils. 2 colorists, Bob Sharon and Renee Witterstatter. Letterer Steve Dutrow, and editor, of course, your old friend.
Dutrow, Shaggy.
Your old friend of mine editing, Danny Fingeroth.
Don't get fingered. Every time.
I know.
Don't get fingered.
Or a good thank you, Danny.
It's the 90s, kids.
Hose me down.
Alright. In the sewers below Manhattan.
Somebody's muffin's getting buttered. That ain't my business.
In the sewers below Manhattan, Spider-Man struggles to break free from a swarm of death spawn after he and Father Martin were separated from Ghost Rider and Blaze. Because we're back in the Spider-Man book. Spider-Man struggles to get free as they need to rescue innocent hostages that have been kidnapped by the Death Spawn to resurrect their master, Death Watch, back from the dead. To make matters worse, Spider-Man also needs to capture Venom, Demogoblin, the Spider Doppelgänger, and save their prisoner, the Hobgoblin. Eventually, Spider-Man manages...
That's a lot of meat.
Wow! That's some muscle and some meat. My not-so-favorite biscuit.
My favorite biscuit.
Okay, and again, I mean, I know Spider-Man power, great responsibility, but do we really need... If he wants to save the priest, yeah, I get that, but Jason Macendale? He made his bed. The minute he made the deal to be bonded to that demon, he made his bed, man. Let him sleep in it.
Then we wouldn't have much of a story, now would we? And
I
we
know.
couldn't cram this into Hobgoble Gobble Muff, now could we?
Hey, well, I'm not saying, I mean, okay, have Spider-Man try to save him, but then at the end, just realize, put him in a situation where it's like, okay, I can either save the priest or Macendale. I can't do both. It's, then you get the old, well, I ain't going to kill you, but I don't have to save you.
That's not really Spider-Man.
I know.
Try. Bless his little sweetheart. He does try.
But again, too, it's
just it's weird because sometimes he actually doesn't try, but like this time for some random reason with all this evil, this like concentrated evil, he cares. It's just weird.
I know.
I do feel like it is wishy-washy from time to time. I will give you that.
And this is the guy who set up Ned Leeds to get killed. It's like, come on. Well.
Exactly.
Well, the one we know about.
We don't know that yet.
Well, maybe. Yeah. No, we know that, but it's like, I was going to say, maybe Betty's behind the whole thing, but I don't know. To make matters worse, I did that. Eventually, Spider-Man manages to kick open a water main, washing the death spawn away, which was better than Blaze's plan to shoot the gas main with his Hellfire shotgun. He could have fried them all. Elsewhere in the sewers, Venom continues hunting for Spider-Man as well as Hag and Troll. As he rounds the corner, he comes upon Demogoblin and the Spider Doppelgänger, who are torturing the Hobgoblin to remove all the demonic traces out of Macendale. He's born with most of that, kid.
It's in his prison purse.
Oh! Where's your demonic Tate?
It's in his prison purse. I don't feel like they went in deep enough.
Venom's like, oh, I don't want to interrupt, kid, boys.
I think the pants.
I know how
next.
it is.
That taste is still in my mouth.
Venom rounds the corner, and one of them goes,
"Is that a sentient tongue?"
Oh my god! How did we go from a Web of Spider-Man issue to a little hard drive?
I have no idea, but it is titled "Enemies I Hate Story," and I'm pretty sure that's literally the title of one of my favorite fanfics. So I'm just saying.
I was gonna say, I think a lot of Lil's favorite porn has like hate or take this. I don't know, some angry sex. All right. Spotting Venom, the Spider Doppelgänger attacks Eddie Brock while Demogoblin continues to torture Jason Macendale. It's nice to have hobbies. At the same moment, Ghost Rider and Blaze are battling another group of Death Spawn. When there is one left, Ghost Rider insists that they keep it alive so he can force it to reveal the location of his hostages. Unfortunately, when he tries
right in the face.
He tries the penance stare and it blows the thing up.
Hilarious.
I know, I love it.
Not in the face.
There's a couple times in this story where it just seems like Blaze is trying not to laugh right at Ghost Rider's face. I love when Ghost Rider's like, wait, what's that sound? And Blaze is like, wait, what sound? You don't have ears. Do
I not have ears?
So the Ghost Rider tries the penance there, the death spawn explodes. Meanwhile, Spider-Man tries to convince Father Martin to go back up to the surface, but the priest refuses to leave without the other survivors. That's when the web-slinger hears the sound of battle not far away. Around the corner, Spider-Man finds Ghost Rider and Blaze fighting another group of Death Spawn. They have also found the captured hostages. As Spider-Man helps his allies, he has Father Martin to get the hostages out of there. In order to keep the Death Spawn at bay, the three heroes cause part of the tunnel to collapse. As they make their way out, the web-slinger hears the Hobgoblin screaming. He refuses to just leave like a girl. He refuses to just leave Macendale at the mercy of Demogoblin, even if he is one of his foes. Oh, here we go. Spider-Man tries to stop Demogoblin from torturing Macendale. Venom defeats Spider Doppelgänger. Jesus, so 90s. And won Spider-Man for himself. However, he is forced to help Spider-Man.
Well, Mary Jane is going to punch him in the face, so...
Yes! Spider-Man is forced to help Spider-Man until Demogoblin and the doppelgänger. As Spider-Man gets Hobgoblin, he is ambushed by Venom. However, before he can harm the wall crawler, Ghost Rider arrives and pulls Venom away with his chain. Furious, Venom turns toward Ghost Rider and vows this is the last time the Spirit of Vengeance interferes with his business.
Ooh!
I know this is pure
It's about to be a smackdown.
I know this is pure 90s Venom, but I'm like, Eddie, you really want to piss off the guy who can literally set you on fire? One of your many weaknesses? And fry your soul?
He's into that. Don't worry about it.
Oh, he's pulling the Mel Gibson. No, don't torture me!
He's into that. Don't worry about it.
Don't burn me.
Somebody's been watching South Park.
That's right. But yeah. But for those of you who don't know, Deathwatch was seemingly killed in Ghost Rider 24. He will eventually return in Ghost Rider 42. Get it?
Nice.
24, 42. Alright. Any thoughts on this one, or should we jump to the last one?
Let's jump to the last one.
Alright, Ghost Rider Blaze, Spirits of Vengeance number 6. So, you knew we were going to have to do one of them, kids.
Either do the 6 or do the 9.
Writer Howard, Spirits of Vengeance Part 4, Last Rites. Okay, because it's last part. Writer Howard Mackey, penciler Adam Kubert, inker Bill Reinhold, colorist, friend of a friend again, Gregory Wright, letterer Michael Heisler, and editor Bobby Chase. Oh god. Alright, another long synopsis here. Venom tangles with Ghost Rider and Blaze. The penance stare has an adverse effect on Ghost Rider when used on Venom. The trio are caught by the Death Spawn. Meanwhile, at the carnival, Clara Menninger's vision of despair gets worse, and we don't have to worry about that. Spider-Man hands off Hobgoblin to a guardsman and
thank God.
Take this trash off my hands, and informs him of more villains underground. Spider-Man goes after Hag and Troll, who have Venom, Blaze, and Ghost Rider in bondage, and attempt to revive Deathwatch. A big fight ensues. The whole situation gets resolved, and Spider-Man goes his separate way. Oh my god, that's so great. He's just like, you know, why don't you
I really wanted him to remove Ghost Rider's head, though, bro. Like, I thought that, like, he threatened it, and I thought they were actually going to do it, and then they didn't do it. And I was just like, oh, that would have been cool. Because they had it in the thing. I mean, that image is floating somewhere. I forget where it is, but I've seen that image, so.
Well, he threatened that, and then.
It didn't happen in this issue.
Wasn't Ghost Rider the one who was just like, oh, you know, we'll take that symbiote from you? Well, I mean, is it this cover? Because, you know.
Nobody but Eddie Brock can handle the symbiote. It has literally been proven, so good luck with that, bud.
I know. Is it this cover? Because Venom's hanging upside
Eddie's
down.
Eddie's propensity for pain and torture. Chef's kiss.
No, oh my. Only matched by Lilith Hellfire herself.
I'm more of a chaos kind of person, but I can see how you could confuse the two.
Yes. But I love at the end when the guardsmen are just taking away all the Hobgoblin, Demogoblin, the Spider Doppelganger. And then Spider-Man's like, you sure you don't want the guardsmen to take your villains too? And they're like, no, it's mystical. We got to go see Doctor Strange. And I love how Spider-Man's just like, good luck finding him. He's a hard man to find sometimes, you know?
Nonsense. He's always in his inner sanctum.
Hey-oh. Oh, yeah, okay, Lilith. We know where Stephen Strange's inner sanctum is.
Superior puss!
Exactly!
Where is the...
He doesn't really do the heavy lifting like the other Supremes. Like, Clea is so badass, bro. She's got 2 realms to hold down, and she's doing a great job. Meanwhile, he struggles to do one job. It's just, it's the worst.
Exactly. Exactly. All right, I know this thing was pure 90s, but like, what were your thoughts on this?
I actually thought that they did a really good job. I felt like Venom was as competent as he could be because, well, let's be honest, he's the least evil of all the other ones, like Hag, Troll, Death Spawn, and all that.
Mm.
I wasn't expecting much. I knew he wasn't going to actually be able to confront Spider-Man or whatever, but I love the threats.
Okay, here we go. The cover
makes your spider sense tingle.
Hey-oh! That's right, kids.
It's ting ting tingle-in, ting ting tingle-in.
The Peter Tingle.
Yeah, the cover is really good for this one.
Yes, the cover featuring Venom with Ghost Rider's head and chain, along with Blaze's gun, is a concept only and does not actually happen within the story, despite Venom saying he would remove Ghost Rider's head. The iconic image, which was also edited for Fleer's 1995 trading cards, suggests Venom killed them both. So yeah, there's like an edited version
Not gonna happen.
for the trading cards.
Yeah.
And kids, if you can't get enough of Demogoblin and doppelgänger, Venom and Spider-Man will encounter them again in a few months in Maximum Carnage, the big summer event of 1990.
The original Maximum Carnage.
Yes, the original. The big summer event of 1993. All right, so before we get to these new issues, okay.
Like I said, we could have done without the Ghost Rider issues. I'm sorry.
I know, but again, this was such a, oh, hey, go read that book, you know. Oh, yeah, they could have did it.
I can't begrudge Howard Murphy his shekels. I can't.
Again, yeah, this could have been done, the 2 Web of Spider-Man issues, and then just like, you know, with a little blurb at the end that says, oh, hey, go read Ghost Rider and Blaze, Spirits of Vengeance, every month.
Okay, in biscuit news, before we get to the new books, so unfortunately, I am going to have to retract my Chris Evans can get it.
Oh, I heard that on the radio today. Didn't they say he's been in a relationship for like a year now?
Yeah. It's not to do with that, though.
Oh, no, what happened?
Mark my words, in about 3 months, they're going to be trying to cancel Chris Evans. I'm just getting ahead of the curve. So I'm going to retract my Chris Evans can get it.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Do you don't want to get specific here?
It's giving Henry Cavill in the mid-2010s. If you know, you know. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and retract that. And like I always said, I will say that Chris Evans can get it, but at the end of the day, I knew he was a white guy from Boston. End of story.
From Boston. Henry Cavill.
I think the hair plugs went to his head. I don't know what happened, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and retract that. I'm gonna get ahead of the curve.
Oh, you said the Henry Cavill, like what you were saying some other time recently.
Yeah.
Hey.
Unfortunately.
Oh man, that's a man.
I'm gonna tell you, Marvel always knows, and when they sunset a character, it's for a reason.
Oh really?
Yeah. As I'm putting the pieces together, I'm slowly starting to go, oh, they knew.
I mean, look, Paul Rudd's about to get a 3rd Ant-Man movie. I mean, come on, kids. If Ant-Man gets 3 movies.
Well, yeah, exactly. Paul Rudd and Keanu Reeves are literally like just the best so far.
Oh yeah.
Know of.
Oh yeah. Did you go see Black Panther yet? I was gonna say, did you?
Of course.
Did in yours? Did you see the trailer for John Wick 4 coming next year?
I did. I don't care about the movie. I want the TV series to happen. But I guess because of the pandemic, it got pushed back or whatever, so they're doing the movie first. So I'm going to definitely be interested to see if they hint about the TV show in the movie or not. Because that universe is pretty cool if you're into, like, assassins and stuff, so.
I might have to watch all 3 of the first 3 again, because we were sitting there, Luke goes, is that John Wick? I said, oh yeah, John Wick. I said, you like John Wick? We can watch John Wick.
Cool beans. It's a cool universe.
Mm-hmm. And he's unproblematic, as far as we know. Although
exactly. I kind of he's got the love of his life. That's an artist. Like, I'm just so happy for Keanu Reeves, honestly.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I kind of feel like he's been around so long. If there was dirt, they would have found it already. Don't you think? I mean, Keanu's been around for what, like at least 30 years in Hollywood. So, and he doesn't have the Disney machine behind him, so
40?
you know.
Even worse, he's a Warner Brothers bro.
Exactly.
So,
and they can't find dirt on him, so.
Most of his movies have been done through Warner Brothers, so.
And they still can't find dirt on him, so come on, yeah. All right. You want to talk some new issues?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. I actually have 4 Spider books, but one of them's Venom, but okay.
And isn't it funny? There's a Ghost Rider book out this week, too.
That's right, but no Spider-Man in it. All right. Spider-Man number 2 is out.
You know how I feel. At this point, just use the legacy numbering.
Well, they kind of do have the legacy numbering on it. 158. Yeah, I know. Although, I mean, this book has gone through how many iterations because, it was Peter's book for, like, the first however many. Then they gave it to Miles. Now I guess it's back to Peter. And it's taking years.
At least we got Mark Bagley.
Yes.
We can't take that away from us.
Can't take those away from us. So what do you think? I mean, they keep... isn't the claim that this is going to, like, put the, like, Spider-Verse, all the doppelgangers or the doubles to bed and stuff, but it's like, I don't know, man, that across the...
But it's like, Toby Brown's awesome. He needs to become part of the main universe too, then.
Yeah, and again, you're going to have that Across the Spider-Verse 2-parter movie coming soon.
Well, this was supposed to be already out.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So, remember? Yeah, so...
Yeah, so that's...
ain't their fault they pushed it back.
I know. So I'm just wondering if they're going to be like, try to take another stab at this when that movie's out. Well, either one.
No, I don't think so. I think everybody's sick of it, and they kind of know, which is why they've been trying to sunset it for so long and trying to like figure out how to put Miles and Gwen into the main universe permanently without having to like do the whole multiverse shtick. Because when it comes to Miles and Gwen specifically, we are all so very sick of the Spider-Verse at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not as sick of like the other Spider characters, but I mean, can we just put Moreland to like out the pasture for at least a decade or so?
Yeah, I agree.
Or as Charlie Conham last night,
good with that.
Or as Charlie Conham last night, more loon.
Oh, he's a fancy man, though. It's okay. Despite his protests, he is a fancy man. I don't care what he says.
I know. Him and Ray, Alex Saviuk. I know.
I'm a bombastic fellow. I'm not a fancy man.
I still think it's a solid book. It's just like it's in the lower priority for me.
Yeah. You can tell this is them just like, oh hey, we're gonna like take care of some of this and wrap up stuff, and like there's an agenda. It's just, I mean, unless they do another arc after this. But all right, I'm sorry. I mean, can we? If this book continues past the Spider-Verse stuff, can we get another writer besides Slott? He got many years on this book.
I think he's bogged down. No. I think that he is just bogged down in the minutia right now. I think given a chance, once the minutia of all of it is gone, I think he can do a good job. He's very hit and miss. I will give you that, but I think he's grown and matured a lot.
Especially on
and I'm still willing to give him a shot after they wrap this up.
Especially on Spider-Man, he's very hit or miss for me.
Yeah.
He could do petty characters well, like Superior Spider-Man. That was good.
Shh, you'll summon him.
My favorite Spider-Man. Okay.
Well, apparently they celebrate Hobgoble Gobble month too because an Amazing Spider-Man 13.
Oh, 13. Yep, there we go. Amazing Spider-Man.
Hobgoblin story.
Yes.
Wait a minute! Wait a damn minute! They listen to our podcast. You can't tell me different.
Don't make me put you on the Brian. Don't make me put you on the Brian Cronin list, Marvel. Or at least give us credit.
Nobody's help Brian.
Zeb Wells and John Romita Jr. It's okay. Exactly.
Again.
Told you, Heroes and Cloaks.
Yes,
the podcast.
Yes, I was going to say use our names, use a variation of the podcast and on the story. Come on, Zeb, and give us a damn interview. So what do you think of this whole thing with
trying to hunt him down? Good luck, bud.
I know. I think he's doing signings every 2 seconds, and hey, man, I will talk to him and his wife. His wife's on Saturday Night Live.
Who's his wife?
I believe he's married to Heidi Gardner.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I believe so. Yeah, I didn't either. I think I saw it on Twitter or something. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Well, you can't trust Twitter right now, so if it was recent,
no, this was like
it was the before Elon time. So
yes,
I'll trust
yes.
it, but post Elon time.
It was at least months before Elon time. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And this is probably like the summer. Maybe.
But I like this issue. This is the first one that I kind of feel good about.
Yeah, 2 hobgoblins. What do you think of Gold? What do you think of?
I know, it feels like classic Spider-Man.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. And we got Gold Goblin. Oh Lord. Oh, we got.
Hate it, but I get it. I hate it, but I get it.
And then I guess both hobgoblins are being controlled by. Oh, look at that! Look what we're bringing back from last year.
Yeah.
The Queen, baby. Because did you see the cover of next issue?
Consistency.
Yes. That's right, kids. Chasm is going to be here next issue.
Yeah, I did. Hey-o.
Because Dark Web is coming, kids. Hey-o.
Something hallway, a hot dog in a hallway?
Wow! Wow! Are you talking about Queen Goblin, or are you talking...
Get it? Chasm? No?
Oh! How dare you! Well, I guess you could say they keep effing Ben over and over.
Justice for Ben Reilly.
Yeah, I was going to say, well, I guess a hot dog.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah. Why did I was going to mess him up? We already did that whole Jackal thing. Come on. Come on, Zeb. Yeah, we're going to cross over with the X-Men. And just the whole thing with the whole scene at the end with Peter and Betty. I'm just like, oh, come on. She's setting them up. She's setting them up. She's setting Ned up. She's setting Peter up.
Clearly. It would be so awesome, though.
Can you imagine?
It would be so awesome if Betty was behind it all.
Issue 25. It was all me, Peter. Since 1963, it's me.
It was me, Peter.
I've known you were Spider-Man since Amazing.
Want to know why her hair's so big? It's full of secrets.
I hope it's just secrets. There's something about Betty.
Nice.
All right, but yeah, no, oh god, yeah, they like you were saying, this was a good issue. I just, Dark Web. Are we gonna get bogged down because all the X-Men stuff?
Of course.
Stupid plan.
X-Men. Look, listen. Now I take it back. X-Men belong in their own corner that should not touch the rest of Marvel. I take it back. Younger me was stupid. It's because I love the X-Men and I felt like anything the X-Men touched was gold. And now I'm just like, no, I take it back. I take it all back. Leave them in their little Krakoa corner, please.
Well, if we get some kind of classic version of the X-Men back, maybe. But while they're plant clones, yeah, keep them in their own little corner.
Yeah.
But like you said, I mean, I think they're looking for the Spider-Man boost. And when X-Men need the Spider-Man boost, I mean...
That's a bad sign, yeah.
It ain't working, kids. Change course,
I mean, they tried to turn into the Skid, but the Skid was a poop stain, so now...
Well, once again, they had like a 3-tier, like a 3-part plan to end this thing.
That fell apart that they...
Well, no, they just wanted to extend it. And it's just like, again, did you learn nothing from like the Clone Saga and other events? It's just like, no, end it.
Clone Saga?
Even a good story can turn to crap when you when you keep it going too long, artificially just like extend
Arrow.
It. Oh, yeah. So
I'm still bitter. I'm gonna be bitter for at least a decade. Sorry, kids. It's like how I always say good stuff about Smallville. I'm gonna always say bad stuff about Arrow when it hurts my heart.
Talking about steering into the skid, an episode of Salty and Petty. Are we just gonna F with Arrow for an episode?
I would like to do a deep dive on Arrow.
Here's the dividing line where everything went to poop.
I mean, they turned it around and then it went back to poop, but still. Yeah, I would love to deconstruct Arrow as a series. So we have many years behind us now, unfortunately, on that show.
Yes. Oh, we're going to have to do something when Flash ends, because that's pretty much going to be like the end of the Arrowverse.
Break out the confetti, kids!
Well, I'm just saying, that's going to be the end of the Arrowverse, so.
Yeah.
Because Superman, Lois...
Of course, we were always going to do something. And,
yes.
I mean, I'm kind of bummed it can't go one more until 2024, but the show is done. They've stretched the plot as far as they could.
Unless they do it.
It's done.
Unless they just
It should have been done 2 seasons ago, as far as I'm concerned.
Unless they just do a time jump towards the end of the season or something. 1 year later.
I mean, it would have been awesome in like real time.
Oh,
because that was always the plan.
Yeah.
So, but anywho, what the hell was that other Spider-Man book?
Spider-Man,
the Lost Hunt.
The Lost Hunt, yeah, by our friend JMD Mateus.
Yeah, I totally forgot that this was coming out, and I was looking and I'm just like, oh yeah. Thank God my guy pays more attention than I do.
Once again, set in the Clone Saga, kids. Yes, this is when everyone thought Ben was the original.
That's just his time to shine, apparently.
Oh yeah. I mean, he was writing it back in the day when it was coming out. So, but no, this is back when everyone thought Ben was the real Peter, and Peter and Mary Jane moved to Portland, and right now Peter's powerless, but
Portland of all places. Well, no, because Portland has a saying, keep Portland weird. So I always felt like that was kind of perfect. If you know anything about Portland, so.
And JM, I guess, not forgetting anything, picking up that dangling plot thread where in the 90s where, okay, kids, if you remember the son of Craven who was killed by Cain, he had this assistant who swore revenge basically on everyone for the death of one of Craven's many sons. But, and then I'm like, oh man, that really didn't go anywhere. But then I did get reminded he did show up in an issue of Kazar in the 90s randomly, but that hadn't, he wasn't seeking revenge there. So now after 30 years, yes, what is his name? Gregor is finally going to get revenge for the death of Craven's son, the Grim Hunter. And what
I love that. It's like I said, I always say he was like a fan who happened to be like a software developer, and he gets a job at his favorite gaming company just to fix a glitch in his game and quits. He's like, no, we're gonna pick up that thread, bud. Sorry to break it to you.
I'm trying to remember.
I love it.
I'm trying to remember if that was JM's story or not, because I'm just like, man, can you imagine just going back? The 90s are popular again, kids.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to mine unless you're Wolverine. Like I said, the only thing to explore with Wolverine, unfortunately, is the present. We've done so much past and future stuff with him that it's only the present. That's what you need to focus on.
And the interesting thing about this, kids, is at this point, Peter doesn't have his powers, so.
I really love the cover. I hope they make that a poster, honestly.
Yeah. Is that another painted cover? Looks like it.
It's so hard to tell nowadays with computers, honestly.
Exactly.
They can make the computer-generated stuff look painted. But I don't know, there's like a certain quality to it, though, that you can tell when it's actually been hand-painted and then, mass-produced.
Yeah.
So I think that wasn't hand-painted.
Oh, it might have a variant cover or two on this, Love.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, the one looks like... one looks like an Wakanda Forever variant, but there's another one. Looks like actually a Spider-Man variant on it.
Oh, cool. I'll see. I'll go to my other comic book store and see if they have it.
My
guy didn't mention it, so I assume there weren't any.
My backup comic.
He always mentions the variants to me.
My backup comic store.
Well, I have 3. So.
Oh, I'm making a list. I have a few we're gonna go to when you're up here.
Oh, cool! I can't wait.
Oh my God, you'll be here on a Wednesday. We can make a new comic run at my shop. Oh. Before the game. Oh, yes. All right. Like I said, the only other spider book I had was Venom 13.
You either die the villain or you live long enough to become a really bad anti-hero.
To become a cash grab.
Yeah. I mean, it's turned around. The book has turned around. Like, I'm actually more interested than I was than in the beginning.
Yeah.
It honestly, I'm gonna be real. Like, I love Al, I do, but I feel like Brian is carrying this book with his art. Brian Hitch is absolutely fantastic as an artist on this one.
And again, too, I think this is a terrific story. I just don't think it's a story for Eddie Brock.
Yeah, exactly.
If they would have done this with a more cosmic-like character, I'd be like, oh yeah,
what this book kind of reminds me of, and I don't know if it's intentional or not, because they do have they have the rights to Predator. They are doing a Predator comic book, but yeah, it's giving me Predator vibes. I don't know why they didn't give that book to Al.
Oh my God, put that in the atmosphere. Can you imagine we get a Predator Venom crossover?
I'm here for it, honestly. That'd be so cool. And then that'll give them Prey and Predator. What is it? Predator and Prey? Yeah.
Yes.
Right? That's their podcast?
Predator and P-Ray? Yes.
Oh, P-Ray.
With the Ucha. Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, that'll give the boys something to put in manifest.
Oh, I just want a Predator and Moon Knight. I want a Predator versus Moon Knight book just so we could be like, oh, he's ripping off you-know-who. Okay.
Batman. My favorite character.
I think that's the one reason why they wouldn't do it.
I know. Oh, did we ever do like a Wolverine versus Predator?
But no, it suffers from being a dark web prelude, though. So,
yes, because yes, spoilers, because at the end he meets Madeline Pryor. So, although,
boy, they remember when they were going to make that movie?
What movie? A Madeline Pryor movie?
Actually, I'm thinking the Madam Web movie.
Oh,
yeah.
Supposedly it's still in production, Lilith, but
I don't think so.
But yeah,
it's like that next Superman movie. I'll believe it when I see it.
I know. But man, they're really trying to milk this dark web because, of course, it's Spider-Man, X-Men. We're getting that Gold Goblin miniseries out of this. Venom, next issue of Venom is going to be part of it. And then we're going to get like a, I know she's working at Oscorp now, but like a random Miss Marvel issue in the middle of dark web.
Gotta strike while the iron's hot, kiddo.
Which I know, I guess, but I'm just like, yeah, because she had a series, a TV show, but I'm just like, I have no problem with the character, but I'm like, I don't know if this
might as well throw She-Hulk in it at that point too. Then
I know Moon Knight, yeah.
Like they're kind of missing the ball, honestly, on the cash grab.
I know, man.
Somebody's gonna listen to this podcast and go, "Damn it, they were right."
Give everyone some promotion, damn it. Who had a movie or TV show this year? Surprise! Black Panther.
Not thinking big enough.
I'm surprised Black Panther isn't in the middle of this.
Well, the Agents of Wakanda have a lot on their plate right now. They ain't got time to be dealing with other people's shenanigans.
Yes.
Isn't it, that's the Black Panther book that's out, right?
Well, there's like a Wakanda.
No, it's not.
No.
It's that one in the regular Black Panther.
Yeah, there's the regular Black Panther book. There's like a Wakanda anthology series. And then this week, there was a one-shot. There was a Black Panther. Was it Black Panther Unconquered #1? It's like a one-shot.
Yeah, that one I saw. I didn't get it, though. I'm all Black Panthered out, so.
It wasn't bad. It was by
it
wasn't bad. It was by Brian Edward Hill. I mean, he's a good writer, but it's like they kind of.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I didn't.
Yeah,
okay.
It's a one shot, but they kind of leave it open ended because that's what Charlie and I were talking about. Because they talk about these like 7 mystical weapons, and T'Challa just like disarms one guy of one of the weapons. So it's like, I don't know, there's 6 more weapons out there. This is probably going to pop up.
A new Infinity Gauntlet, if you will.
Thank you. That's what I said.
But like, okay, for everybody who is like sad that didn't think that we could get Storm and Black Panther, listen, it's not. We can still have hope for a Black Panther and Storm wedding. That's all I'll say.
I mean, they didn't. Spoilers, kids. They didn't mention the word mutant in that movie. Everything. I swear, every TV show or movie this year that came out for Marvel, it almost seems like most of them. They're just like, can you drop the word mutant or have like a cameo by someone?
Damn dirty muties.
Hey, we could get a Storm T'Challa wedding eventually.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not our hope is not dead yet. I like that.
Yeah. No.
And I can't wait to I actually can't wait to review a Marvel movie for once.
Ooh, nice. Oh my. We might be unanimous in our love for a movie finally.
It's going to be disgusting not to be a contrarian, but I got to give credit where credit is due.
And again, I told you it's going to be better than Black Adam. I told you.
Well, Well,
I know.
Let's pump our brakes on that discussion.
Oh, okay.
Because I actually liked Black Adam more than I liked Black Panther, but it's still a good movie.
All right. Well, but yes, kids, stay tuned
to hear that discussion.
Yes, check out
featuring Professor Esser.
Check out Capes and Lunatics episode 286 for that discussion, kids. All right. So, are we done here? I'm going to pull up the schedule here. Give everyone their homework.
Yeah, we're definitely done here because I don't want to keep our other favorite biscuit waiting.
Our biscuit lover waiting. Oh, I should invite him. I don't know if he's free, but I should invite him to the Black Panther discussion.
Yeah, everybody's always welcome.
I know.
They have time.
See what he thought of his favorite biscuit in that movie. All right, kids. Next week, it's the end of the month. You know what that means. It's going to be another sausage fest. Dave and Ray will be back to discuss
the Bad Babysitters Club.
Exactly, man. They let me stay up. They let me eat candy. Yeah.
They let you write your mind out with comic books.
With 90s comics. Yeah. Because this time we'll be covering Spider-Man 70 and 71, Sensational Spider-Man #7, and Amazing Spider-Man 414. And then in 2 weeks, we're finally going to unmask that damn Blood Rose. In 2 weeks, Lilith will be back. We'll talk Web of Spider-Man 97 through 100. That's right, kids. Web of Spider-Man 100. That's Spider Armor. And then 3 weeks, we will be covering Web of Spider-Man 113 through 116. Who is Facade? No
Get
one.
your Thwippy votes in! End of the year is near!
That's right. That's right, kids, because yes, December Sausage Fest will be a week early because, yes, the last episode of the year is always the Thwippy Awards. So, yes, kids, get in all your votes. I'll have to put up the categories again. But, yes, last episode of the year will be the 4th annual Thwippy Awards. 4 years, Little Hellfire.
Suck it, other Spider-Man podcasts.
That's right. Suck our Thwippy. All right, kids. So, yeah, send your thoughts on all of it. Email us, Kate. And, hey, I think Dark Web starts in December. Send us your thoughts.
Are you looking forward to Dark Web? Are we just the crazy ones? Are we so burnt out from being 90s readers that we just dread crossovers at this point now?
So, from what I've seen in our Ben Rally Facebook fan group, go join and become a member. Yeah, I don't think any Ben Rally fan is like really thrilled that he's Chasm at the moment.
Why would you be? It's such a slap in the face to Ben Riley fans. I've said that as much. But yeah.
Exactly. All right, kids. So, yes, send your thoughts. Email us, CapesandLunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail, 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can find Ultimate Spider-Cast on Facebook, on Twitter. Find links to all of our various social medias, the Facebook fan groups. Web of Spider-Man, we're so close to 4,000. So, yeah, come join us in the Web of...
push our button.
Hey-oh! Wait, what did you say?
I'm only talking about the like button. I said, come push our button. You're welcome, Philip.
You're welcome. Yes, Web of Spider-Man, join us in that Facebook fan group. Maybe you'll be the 4,000th member. So, yes, find links to all the social medias, the Facebook fan groups, the YouTube channel. Again, everything gets a video, including when we do interviews. Yes, everything we do gets a video. So smash that subscribe button so you don't miss any of this shows we do multiple times a week. Maybe we'll do something live when Lilith is here.
Even twice on Saturdays.
Hey-oh! Sometimes more than twice.
Smash it!
Now we're old and married. Now we're lucky we get twice on.
Smash it!
Anyway, all right, kids. Again, most importantly, the Patreon. Again, this is our labor of love. All these podcasts, we're paying for this out of our own pocket. Every little bit helps, but $3 to $5 gets you early access to creator interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats.
I got the good mic out for you guys.
And, of course, superhero movie brackets are almost over, so subscribe now. Catch up on all the previous episodes before our series finale. And then, in 2023, you will get voting rights on what we talk about in 2023 on the Patreon. So, who says membership doesn't have its privileges? And also, pick up Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks merch. Or if you just want to rain random money on us, the Cash App link is in the show notes. Because remember, kids, Lilith's birthday is coming up, so
make it rain.
All right, so find everything at Linktree, linktr.ee/CapesandLunatics. All right, Lilith Hellfire, if people just want to send you birthday presents, Christmas presents, or just please don't kill us presents, where can they get a hold of you?
Well, currently, because the state of social media is in such shambles, you can find me on TikTok. That's at Lilith Hellfire on TikTok. Making all of the comments and maybe some content. I don't know. Come check it out. Give it a like. Give it a follow.
Either do the 6 or do the 9.
Yes. Come give her many comments.
Spread them out! Put it here!
I mean, you can find me on Facebook, and maybe you can see my birthday and or Christmas 2022 haul. I don't know.
Yeah, you want to see that video, kids? That lightens up my holidays, man.
He just tells Daniel, "See, it could be worse."
Oh yeah, that all us old married men on the podcast. Yeah, anytime we get any kind of merch, we're just like, "It could be worse, honey. We could be a little hellfire." I think even Ray probably does that now too. That American girl, she's crazy. All right, kids. Speaking of Ray, he'll be here next week. So. So yeah, send your thoughts. Like I said, you can always just send Ray random questions, man. I'll grill him. Dave will enjoy that. So yeah, next week, back to the 90s Ben Rally, and then in 2 weeks, Lilith is back. Web of Spider-Man 97 through 100. But until then, swing on back.
Whip it good.
When a Hobgoblin comes along.
Hi, I'm one of the High Priests of Khonshu Ray, and I have the sacred privilege of providing you, the loony listener, with a podcast honouring Marvel's very own Moon Knight. So join me and a host of others at Into the Night, a Moon Knight podcast. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, or support the show by becoming a Patreon member. Into the Night, a Moon Knight podcast. It's time to get your Khonshu on.